Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I have one of the most exciting videos that I have for a while. I'm not only going to show you some gorgeous DIY projects on a budget, but I'm also going to share some really exciting news for my channel. So make sure you tune in, make sure that you are subscribed to my channel so you don't miss anything. Make sure to show me some love by giving me that thumbs up, and let's go ahead and discuss all of this now. Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and start off with our very first project. So this is a pallet plank that I actually picked up from Walmart for $2.54. And this is that gorgeous stencil that I showed you guys on my haul that is from Michaels. So we're going to go ahead and basically stencil in the farm fresh eggs, and once we do that, we will go ahead and do the cute little plaid look on the sides for our very first one. It turns out so stinking cute. I absolutely love it. It's super duper easy, so you guys just have to be patient, and really more than anything, don't stress about how it's gonna look. You just put a little bit of painter's tape and a little bit of paint with the little dabbers from Dollar Tree, and it all works beautifully. Ta-da! You have a beautiful sign. Of course, I wanted to add a little bit more, but you guys, it's so cute. Now, I personally don't like it to look like it's a stencil, even though clearly it's a stencil. But basically, I'm going in to fill everything else in, so that it looks like it was just kind of a sign that you already purchased. And you just take a small brush to fill in the little sparse areas. It's super easy. Now, of course, if you want it to look like a stencil or you want to leave it like that, you absolutely can. Another way that you can do this, if you don't feel secure that you have a steady hand or that you're going to be able to fill it in, you can always go ahead and utilize like a toothpick, which barely picks up any paint. Might take a little longer, but it's still very much doable. Alright guys, now I'm going to go ahead and take these eggs that I had originally painted white, and I'm going to go ahead and just put some skewers in to hold it, and I'm going to go ahead and turn them this brownish color, because farm fresh eggs are usually brown, they're not white. And so I thought it would be cute to go ahead and have these as decorative, so that I can have them with my sign. So of course this is optional, but you know, I'm big or go home, so of course I'm going to go ahead and paint these eggs to add a decorative touch, as I made this for my hutch, but for something else. Alright guys, now that our eggs are drying, I'm going to go back to just connecting everything and just getting it all nice and ready. I wanted to let the sign dry just a little because I knew that I was going to put my hand over some of the wet paint and I didn't want it to smear, and so that's just a thought in case you guys want to replicate this. But now we're going to go ahead and work on the sides. As you can see here, we have this plaid going on, and that's another reason why it's a good idea to let the first section dry. And we're literally going to repeat the exact same process to work on both sides. All right, guys, and while I'm waiting for the side to dry, I'm going to go ahead and also put the 25 cent over the chicken because I think it's so cute. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now that one's smeared a little bit because I didn't use a dabber. I used a brush, but the beauty is that white covers up super easily and you can just take a really fine brush and clean it up, which is what you're going to see me do here. So needless to say, you guys, it is so important that you use very little paint when you're using any type of stencil, and also recommend that you use a dabber because, as you can see here, the minute I did not use the dabber is the minute that it kind of looked all messy, but I was easily able to clean that up and make it look like a 25 cent how it should have been, and it turned out so stinking cute. So anyway, this is just something I wanted to demonstrate because some of you may experience that. Super cute, huh? And so now I'm actually using a little bit of white paint to clean up some of the edges. When you're working on a when you're working on a wood surface, you actually have not such a flat surface, so it can be a little messy. I got impatient and started cleaning up while it was still wet, which is probably not the best idea. You want to make sure that you let it dry. But when it was all said and done, it turned out absolutely beautiful, and it didn't matter. You can also go through it again. It's already rustic with the whitewash background, so you can always just do a little bit of sanding at the end, which cleans it up really, really nice. So this is what it took to create this absolutely gorgeous, one-of-a-kind farmhouse sign. All right, guys, and our next project, we're going to go ahead and use these beautiful cutting boards from Dollar Tree. And we're going to go ahead and take our stencil again, and we're going to go ahead and place it over the cutting board. So you guys, it's the same process, so I'm going to speed this up even more. But basically, you're going to take your dabber and your paint, and you're going to go ahead and trace over your farm animal. And then we're going to do our words using a completely different stencil, but everything is going to be a stencil nonetheless. Since you guys get the gist of how I completed this, I wanted to show you the final results of the 3 gorgeous cutting boards that I created using this method. In addition to that, I added a bow And I did a couple little tassels on the top, so in case anybody wanted to hang them, they could. And yes, you heard me right, in case anyone wanted to hang them. Here is the part of the video where I make my huge announcement. You guys, I'm thrilled and excited to announce that I am opening up my own Etsy shop, and this is my logo for my shop, which as you can see is the same name as my channel so that it's easy to find. Please go show me some love and support over there. For you guys that want to create your own DIYs, obviously I encourage that, but some of you either don't have the time or just feel like you might not be able to do your own DIYs. Whatever the case, I am now offering them on my own shop, you guys. So I hope to have that up and running by today, but if it's not, please come back and check it out because it is going to be running. I am so excited. I'm only showing you a few of the DIYs of my channel today, but to see all of them, please make sure to check out my Etsy shop. You will also be able to see my name, Daysi O, as the shop owner with my picture, which all matches what you see here on my YouTube channel. I am beyond excited and thrilled, and I truly hope that with all of my heart, you guys show me the amount of love and support that you have and, continue to on my YouTube channel. My channel is growing, and I think this is a great opportunity for me to be able to make just a little bit of income to put back into my channel. And it is also a pastime that I thoroughly enjoy, and it's a way of self-care, and it gives me happiness, peace of mind, takes me away from my head, and just lets my imagination spill over and create beautiful products for you guys to check out. So again, please make sure to check out my shop on Etsy. I thank you so much. All right, guys, so we have reached the last DIY project for today's video. As you can see here, we have a basic flat canvas, and we've also got some stencils, and what I usually like to do is just kind of play around and decide what I'm gonna make. It actually is funny because I totally end up changing my mind, and basically what you want to do to start off with is paint your canvas the color that you want. Of course, given that you've already decided what you want your canvas to look like, but I started with this khaki color, and now I'm going to slowly incorporate brown, and it's actually going to even have a little bit of white that I don't actually show just because there's so much layering going on. I just wanted to kind of have an idea of what I was creating, but I wanted that beautiful wood look. So again, you guys, use your creativity, your imagination. As you could see, I had drawn some stuff with pencil, so I knew I was going to have to make this dark in order for that not to show, but I still visualized what I wanted, and it turned out so cute, you guys. So just trust your gut feeling and do what you feel, and I promise you guys it'll always turn out beautiful if you put your heart and soul into it and just make it absolutely just the way that you envision it. Okay guys, once you get it the color that you want, what we're going to go ahead and do now is distress it, because again, I wanted it to have that wood look, that just distressed rustic wood look, and I just think it looks so beautiful like that. And again, I always tell you guys with any distressing, you decide how much or how little you want the distressing to be. And also don't worry about the messy back, because I end up painting everything black in the back just to look nice and beautiful and clean. All right, guys, and now I'm going to show you a completely different way to stencil. Now, you can go ahead and just trace over the word and then literally fill it in. A lot of people might think, oh, well, this is an easier route to go because all you're doing is just filling it in. Honestly, I think I like the dabbing method better. This method isn't terrible, but I feel like it's very obvious that it's hand painted versus when you dab that it gives you a little bit more of a cleaner look. Now, don't get me wrong. I absolutely love the way that this turned out, and I think it's beautiful, but I just wanted you to know that it's definitely a little bit tricky when you're trying to get everything lined up and when you're trying to get it filled in and making it look really nice. So just a couple of things, but my job here on YouTube is to show you guys different ways and methods to do your DIY projects. All right, guys, and now that we have basically our canvas done, we're going to go ahead and work on taking apart this other canvas, and this is going to be the frame for our new canvas. So it's going to be like a reverse canvas, and this is very simple. I've shown you guys in other DIY projects. You're basically just going to tear it apart, and then you're going to paint the frame whatever color suits you or whatever color you feel is right. Because it's dark and wood, I chose to go ahead and turn mine white. And after that's all said and done, we're going to go ahead and glue it and put it together and paint the messy background black. But I'm going to go ahead and do that all off video so that you guys don't get too bored. While we go ahead and wait for our frame to dry, we're going to just spice up our canvas a little bit more, just adding some glue stick to the glue gun, and we're going to add some greenery just to make it a little bit more interesting and give it just a different added touch. Be creative, you guys. Use what you have and make your projects beautiful and breathtaking. Now we've reached that point in our project where we finally get to assemble it. I'm going to go ahead and take some E6000 because that is going to be sturdy and hold our frame nice. Once it dries, that is not coming off. So I love my E6000 for that. But if you wanted to try and use any type of other glue, you can. Just keep in mind that it may fall off, but it's up to you and how you decide to do that. I also wanted to add a little bit of distressing on the wood, so I went ahead and took my little sand block and just sanded it off just a little bit, give it that rustic look. Again, that is a personal preference, something that I thoroughly enjoy overall doing, but I know some people don't like the distressing look at all. So again, you do what makes you happy. But here we are. I've got the glue that's nice and tacky. Now I'm going to go ahead and attach my frame, and that completes this beautiful project after it dries, of course. Well, guys, that concludes today's video. I hope you enjoyed all of my DIYs. I hope you recreate them, or at least check out my Etsy shop where you can purchase them for yourself. Thank you so much for all of your love and support, and I hope you have a beautiful and blessed day. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.